Hey, what's up? Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. Today we're here with another Stargate SG-1. Last episode, brilliant, best of the series so far. The Nox, absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure where the father Nox was from. Apparently he was from Deep Space Nine. I must have seen him on that, and that's where I must have recognized him from. Also, I have just finished watching Buffy episode. I think it's 1 times 9 or 10. I can't remember, but it's Principal Snyder was the one. Obviously, the Nox was before Buffy, so yeah. But I was quite surprised to see him in there, which was, yeah, coincidental. Good timing. As for any updates, I don't think there are any updates that I can think of at the moment. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight on into this episode of Stargate SG-1.
Give them strength, Lord. Let their hearts beat as one.
Great, I think. I think this is great.
The midwife is gone.
Bad
I do
timing.
not know the birthing histories.
Or maybe
And the
good
village is too
timing,
far.
just
Please.
depends on your perspective.
No, they all act as if what happened last night was normal. They party until sundown, then they fall asleep, and they wake when the sun rises.
I'd like an explanation. Daniel, get back to that temple, see what you can find out. Take Teal'c with you. Come on. Carter, keep asking questions out here.
Well, there's something definitely wrong with Jack.
He is the creator. Pelops, the giver of days.
Wow, what is it?
Something we don't have a word for yet.
Well, how come the Colonel has way
Over
more
20,
than the Argosians?
I think
Maybe
25
because he
years
started
ago
out older
this
than they did.
was
Sort of like a
floppy
head start
disks.
or whatever this thing is.
And the fact we have CD-ROMs now and Blu-rays, all of that.
Jack! Carter's coming back!
Jack!
Oh, damn. Man.
Welcome back, Captain. So what did you find out? Come on now, don't keep the elderly waiting. It's rude.
It isn't a virus.
All right, what is it?
Well, Dr. Fraser and I came up empty. She's still working on it. But it's gonna take time.
Time is something these people don't have, Captain.
Nor do I.
Colonel, there's something else.
For
Your blood sample showed way more organisms compared to the Argosians.
How many more?
Maybe on the level of 100 times more. And they are multiplying.
Your creator was not a god. And he certainly
was a
didn't give you
monster.
life. He took it away.
We are the chosen. He made this place for us to be happy, to love.
To be experimented on! I mean, look at me. I'm 40 years old, or I was. That's thousands and thousands of days.
You do not tell the truth.
The average human lifespan is 60 or for 70 years. Some people live to be 100 years.
It is not possible.
Pelops was an alien who used your people. He shortened your lives to satisfy his curiosity.
He's nothing more than a monster.
He will strike us down. It is time.
You know, goodbyes really suck.
Showing him that gods are nothing but fake, you know, or at least Pelops. It's nothing more than an alien.
They weren't words.
They were, in fact, numbers.
2 different frequencies. One to put the villagers to sleep and to activate the nanosite. The second one to shut it all off for the day.
When you broke the statue, you must have damaged the wake-up call.
Can you recalibrate this thing to wake these people up?
No, sir, it's...
That plagued you.
I figure the immune system must attack them if they aren't operating.
From now on, you and your people should age at a normal rate.
What about Jack?
Me? I'll probably move to Florida. Get into a little retirement home of some kind.
You look pretty out of place there at your age.
Why? I look like my grandfather.
Look is the operative word here. If our hypothesis is right, the nanosites in your system were only meant to imitate aging. They weren't meant to start the process in a full-grown adult.
So he's still...
What are you saying?
Basically.
Well, without these little buggers in your system to maintain the changes, you should return to normal within a week or 2.
That is wonderful news.
I don't know. I was kind of looking forward to a little shuffleboard with the fellas.
Looks like, what the hell are they talking about again?
You will not be staying with me then?
No, I won't.
What will happen to us now if Pelops returns?
I don't think that's gonna happen. But just in case, we'll send some folks by now and again to check up on you.
My heart would be glad if you were one of them.
Sweet Cynthia, I've learned so much from you. I'll treasure every day of my life because of you.
For thousands of days?
I sure hope so.
That is almost forever.
Well, it's not forever. But it's certainly a long time. Okay, so that was Stargate SG-1, Season 1, Episode 8, Brief Candle. Wasn't particularly a fan of that episode. It was, I think, a little slow, maybe. That's what I'm trying. Is it slow? Yeah, I guess it was a bit slow. It reminded me a bit of... Cold Lazarus, was it? Yeah. So, not the last one, the one before that, Season 1, Episode 6. It seemed to be it wasn't the same story, but it seemed to have that same effect on me. Not the best, bit slow, and parts of it I just found boring. But let's break it down anyway and see what it is like. See if we can come up with maybe a number. We start off here on a new world with a statue. We then find that there's a man and a woman there. The woman is pregnant and giving birth. Sam doesn't know what to do. You know, everyone looks at Sam like she should know what to do, but she doesn't. Then we find that Daniel does know what to do and he helps deliver the baby. We find out then it's a boy, and the father and mother decide to name it Danielle, like Daniel. Then we find out, you know, the kid has a birthmark. Then we find out this woman, Kintia, who gives Jack a cake that's just for him. Then we have Jack taken away, and the beautiful Kintia is doing a dance, which we later find out is sort of, the cake was a marriage cake, and that was sort of an introduction to marriage, that dance. Then the others come, they start to, after Jack and Kintia had a sexual encounter, the rest of the village come, they fall asleep. Then Jack also falls asleep. It appears that the virus had possibly transferred from Kintia to Jack. Then he wakes up, takes a bit of a dip. Here we have Tilk and Daniel very much trying to decipher, finding a tablet and deciphering it. Tablet is actually incredibly accurate in this case. It truly is a tablet. Full of logs about all of his scientific work. We then find that Daniel has aged incredibly fast. The Chosen seem to think, oh, don't you have kids that age and change? But we obviously not as fast as that. And we find out that they're only given 100 days of life. So basically just over 3 months. Daniel suspects that it was a virus and that it was transferred through the sexual activity between Jack and Kintia. They bring blood samples back to the SGC, where they find something in the bloodstream. They're not 100% sure what it is yet. Then we have Sam come back to the world. We find out that in 2 weeks, Jack will be basically 100 years old, unless they can find a way, and there's a lot more of these things in his bloodstream. Jack then orders him to return back to Earth and do the experiments there. We then find out that they're nanocytes, very much machines in the body that are able to cure and heal a vast number of conditions, but in this case, it seems to be changing the aging process simply for the purpose of seeing what happens to the human, well, the host, for the gold after like 100,000 years. Jack's then sort of talking to the Pelops statue, saying, you know, you think you're so smart, basically dishing the statue. Kintia is like, oh, you can really talk to Pelops? Jack's sort of trying to tell Kintia that, you know, oh, we live for thousands of days and that you're just a slave. Or you're just an experiment. That's what he basically said. The nanocytes then try and spread, basically replicate even further. We see Jack writing a letter here to Sarah, or trying to anyway. Then Jack's talking to, I forget his name. Basically, you know, saying, oh, if I had thousands of days, I'd go out and explore into the world, bring back what I learned, knowledge, which is how it's supposed to be. And we have him waking up like normal. Kinty is sort of, you know, apologizing that, you know, this is what she did. Jack's like, no, that's okay. You didn't have any malicious intent. General Hammond here orders Samantha and the Doctor, who I really hope to see in future episodes, to destroy it, which basically condemns Jack and the people of that planet to death. Here we have Jack listening to a video recording from the rest of his team, saying, oh yeah, bye. Tilk saying, I have learnt. You then have here where Jack sort of rallies the troops against Pelops and the statue. They break the statue, then Jack and Kymphia go walking far beyond the limits, and Jack realizes that they're still asleep. I really enjoyed that moment where Kymphia beat Jack at noughts and crosses. Here we find that they haven't woke up yet. Jack and Kymphia are the only two awake. They discovered the device, which we find out is what one signal to wake, one signal to sleep. Basically, Carter comes up with an idea, and then they wake up and they're all confused. The nanocytes will switch themselves off and be destroyed by the immune system. And then, yeah, we end off with a scene saying, no, that I can't stay. Okay, so that was my breakdown of Stargate SG-1, Season 1, Episode 8, Brief Candle. Yeah, as I said, not the best episode, reminded me very much of Cold Lazarus. Had a few good funny moments in it, though. And, yeah, I don't think there's much more to say. Trying to think if there is. No, looking forward to the next episode. Hopefully it's better than this one. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate each one of you that subscribes to my channel and those who follow me on Patreon. I really do appreciate your support. And I will see you next time. Bye.